Good morning, friends. Welcome to the session of Time and Work Tricks and Shortcuts. It's our practice session. In this session, we discuss how to approach a problem. We'll take number of questions here and solve it one by the appropriate method. Right? Let us start with the first problem. A builder engages 25 men working 8 hours a day to build an apartment in 4 weeks. At the end of the 12 days, he finds that only 1/4 of the work is done. How many more men should he engage so that all the men working 10 hours a day may complete the apartment in the stipulated time? क्या गिवन है? 25 मैन हैं, 8 आवर्स वर्क करते हैं. 25 मैन हैं, 8 आवर्स वर्क करते हैं, 4 वीक्स में उनको वर्क करना है. राइट? 4 weeks means I can say total days are 28. How many days they have worked? 12 days. So I have taken that to be 12. Work done by them is 1/4. If you remember, I told you these type of questions. Man into days into hours divided by work is same as 2. Now, how many more men are required? Let us say X men are required. And they will do 10 hours a day. How many more days you have? Because 12 days you have finished. Total days are 28. How many more days are? 16. Right? And what is the work left? That is 3/4. Right? Based on that, first of all, I have to find the value of X. Just solve it. 4 will be cancelled out. Right? 8 will go on 2. 2 will go on 6. Right? Or else I can say 25 into 6, 150. 10 will go on 15. And 3 will multiply. So I may say X is equal to 45. Means if they want to do the work, it should be 45 men. Right? How many they have already? Already they are 25. Question is, कितने ज्यादा चाहिए? तो 20 men और required है. Right? The answer is said to be 20 men. Means if they want to do the work in stipulated time, so we can say 20 more men are required so that they can complete the work. A very important question. If you go it otherwise, it's typical for you to answer it. But if you go by this shortcut method, it's very easy for you to answer. Right? Hence we can say answer is said to be 20 men. Let us take the next problem here. X can do a work in 20 days. B can do the work in 25 days. They both start together. After 5 days, B leaves the work. In how many more days will the work will be finished? Okay. If you go with the total work approach, take the LCM of 20 and 25, that is 100. So let us say total work is 100. X one day work is 5 and A's one day work is 4. They worked for 5 days. 5 days, how many work they have done? 5, 4, 9. They have worked 45 days. They have worked 45. How much work is left? 55. Now who has to work? Only X has to work. X in 1 day can do 5. In 55 work, how much time will it take? 11 days, right? Because here question is, how much time he will take to do the remaining work? So we can say, answer to my statement is 11 days. That becomes my answer. Let us take the next problem here. It is given that Atul and Manish can complete a job in 16 days. Atul can alone in 24 days. Means Atul and Manish can do a job in 16 days. Atul in 24 days. Right? What I can say, I take the LCM. LCM is set to 48. It means Atul and Manish does 3 work in a day and he does 2 work in a day. It means Manish does 1 work in a day. What is their target? Their target is 48 work because we have taken LCM to be 48. It means how much time will be taken by Mahesh? 48 days. It becomes my answer. Hence I can say answer to my question is B, 48 days. Let us have the question again. Atul and Manish, they take 16 days. Atul take 24 days. So we have taken the LCM of 16 and 24, that is 48. So I can say Atul and Manish, they does 3 work in a day. Atul does 2, hence I can say Manish does 1. How much time it takes? 48 days, that's your answer. Let us take the next problem here. Satish can do a job in 10 days, Ashish in 20 days. They work together. After 4 days before the job to be completed, Ashish left for UK. Find the total time required by them to complete the work, right? Let us say 1/10, he has worked for X days. Ashish 1/20, he left 4 days before the work is done. X minus 4, total work is 1. you have to simply find out x. What we have done, Satish one day work is 1 by 10, Ashish is 1 by 20, he worked for x days and he worked for x minus 4 days, right? Just solve it. LCM would be 20, 2x plus x minus 4 equal to 20, or you may say 3x equal to 24, or x equal to 8, right? So what we can say, total time taken by them to finish the work is 8 days. So I can say C is my answer. Let us take the next problem here. Bhavika alone would take 8 hours more to complete a job than when Bhavika and Rita work together, right? Rita worked alone, she would take 4.5 hours more to complete the job when Bhavika and Rita work together, right? What time will be taken if both Bhavika and Rita work together? If we try to understand it, let us say Bhavika alone would take 8 hours more to complete a job when Bhavika and Rita work together. So let us say Bhavika and Rita both can do the work in x days. It means what the time is taken by Bhavika, that is x plus 8 days, right? Similarly, what is the time by Rita? That is x plus 9 by 2 days. This is given to us, right? Now what I can say that, from here I can say 1 by x plus 8 plus 1 by x plus 9 by 2, and this is equal to 1 by x, right? I will just find the value of x. That's my question. Take the LCM. So that would be taken as x plus 9 by 2 plus x plus 8 into x, and here I can multiply both. That gives me x square plus 8x plus 9 by 2x plus 36, right? Now multiply x square plus 9 by 2x plus x square plus 8x, right? I can say that, okay, so it will be 2x square. I committed a mistake. X and x 2x, so we can say that is 2x square, right? And here it would be 8x and 9 by 2x, right? That you can say it's same as 2, right? That value is here. Now we just try to solve. X square plus 8x plus 9 by 2x plus 36. So we can say these two would be cancelled out, and I can say x square equal to 36 and x is equal to 6, right? Now answer to my question is 6 days. If they work together, they will take 6 days to complete the work, right? Only just solve this equation and nothing more. Let us take the next problem here. 10 men can finish a piece of work in 10 days, whereas 12 women can take 10 days to complete the work. If 15 men and 6 women work together, how much time they take to complete the work, right? We have done these type of questions, this type of variety earlier. 10 men can do a work in 15 days, means 1 man can do the work in 100 days, 1 man's 1 day work 1 by 100. 12 women can finish the work in 10 days, 1 woman can finish the work in 120 days, 1 woman 1 day work is 1 by 120, 15 men are there and 6 women are there, right? That is their 1 day's work. Now just solve it. You may take it as 3 upon 20 plus 1 upon 20, or you may say 4 by 20, or you may say 1 by 5, right? You may say they can do 1 by 5 work in 1 day. It means how much time they take to do the work, that is equal to 5 days. That becomes my answer. What we have done, क्वेश्चन के अंदर हमने क्या किया, 1 मैन का वर्क निकाल लिया 1 डे का, राइट? सिमिलरली वी हैव टेकन 1 डे वर्क और 1 वुमेन, राइट? दोनों निकालने के बाद में हमारे पास मैन है 15, तो 15 मैन का वर्क कितना हो गया 15 by 100, 6 वुमेन का वर्क हो गया 6 by 120. जस्ट सॉल्व इट and that will state you total time taken by them to do the work. Let us take the next problem here. A is thrice as good as B, right? It means if A can do a work in X days, then B can do the work in 3X days, because A is thrice as good, right? So जितना ज़्यादा efficient है वो time उतना कम लेगा. Together they take 15 days. It means 1 by X plus 1 by 3X equal to 1 by 15. LCM would be 3x. You may say 4 equal to 1 by 15. 3 will go on 5. So you may say x equal to 20. Right? It means how much time B takes to do the work? 3 into 20, 60 days. Here I can say answer to my question is D. That is said to be 60 days. Let us take the next problem here. It is given that two pipes can fill a tank in 8 hours and 12 hours respectively, where an escape can empty in 6 hours. All the three pipes opened at 1 pm, 2 pm and 3 pm. At what time tank will be filled? Let us say first pipe's 1 hour work is 1 by 8, second is 1 by 12, third is minus 1 by 6. It started at 1 pm, so let us say how much work it has done, x hours. It is opened 1 hour later, so I may say x minus 1. It is opened 2 hours later, so you may say x minus 2. Right? And total tap is filled, so I may say that is equal to 1. Just try to understand it because that gives me my answer. What I have done here, first pipe 1 hour work 1 by 8, second pipe 1 hour work is 1 by 12, right? So I may say that 1 by 8, 1 by 12 and third is emptying, that is minus 1 by 6. ठीक है, हमने assume कर लिया total x hours के अंदर they can fill the tank. तो पहले पाइप को आपने फर्स्ट ऑन किया x at 1 pm, it will take total x hours. सेकेंड को हमने ओपन किया 2 pm पे, मतलब 1 hour later, it means it takes x minus 1 hour. And the second work for x minus 2 hours because it was opened at 3 pm. Now the total work is 1 because tank have to be filled. Just find the value of x. LCM is said to be 24. You may say 3x plus 2x minus 2 minus 4x plus 8 equal to 24. That you can say. Right, now solve it. 3 into 5, 5x minus 4x, x plus 6 equal to 24. You may say x equal to 18. X is 18. It means from 1 pm they take 18 hours to fill the tank. Now 1 pm, 18 hours I have to add it, means after 12 hours it should be 1 am. Then 6 hours have to be added more. So I can say answer is said to be 7 am, right? Hence I can say A is my answer. Very simple question. क्वेश्चन करने के लिए ओनली आपको ये बेसिक आइडिएशन अगर क्लियर है तो बहुत इजीली आप. The next question here is 3 men and 5 women can do a piece of work in 8 days. Right? 3 men and 5 women can do a piece of work in 8 days. 2 men and 7 boys can do the same piece of work in 12 days. Right? Find the number of boys the work done by whom can equate the work done by 10 women. It means 10 women is equal to how many boys? Practically that's my question. Right? Now when you look at this problem, earlier also in my basic sessions of time and work, there I explained the different varieties of question. There I told you how to answer these. Let us say if you want to work in 1 day, if you want to complete the work in 1 day, in 8 days they take 3 men and 5 women. Hence if I want to do the work in 1 day, how many men are required? 24 men are required. And how many women are there? 40 women, right? Similarly, in 12 days, so what I can say, 24 men plus 84 boys that are required. Okay, now that would be cancelled out. So I can say 40 women equal to 84 boys. Okay, now the question here is I have to compare with 10 women. It means if I divide both sides by 10, 4, right? I may say 10 women equal to 21 boys. Here answer to my question is 21 boys. B is my answer. Means we can say that the work done by the 10 women can be equated with 21 boys. Let us take the next problem here. It is given that the daily wages of a worker is rupees 100. 5 workers can do a work in 10 days. If you pay rupees 20 more, they agree to do 25% more work daily. If the proposal is accepted, total amount would be saved is, right? What I can say, I may simply say that, let us say work done by 1 worker is equal to 1. In these questions, it's better to assume 1 work they do in 1 day. 5 workers are there, 5 work and 10 days. It means total work we can assume is equal to 50. For that 50, a worker is getting 100 rupees for a day, 5 worker 500 and 10 days they get rupees 5,000. Total money given to them is 5,000, right? Now, it is given that if you agree to pay rupees 20 more daily to them, now their daily salary is rupees 120, right? Now, first you tell they do 25% more work, right? If they does 25% more work per day, it means what we can say that earlier they are doing one work in a day, now they are doing 1 plus 0.25, that is 1.25, or we may say 5 by 4 work. In a day, workers are 5, so it means they are doing 25 by 4 work in a day. How much time now they take? Time taken by them would be 50 by 25 into 4, so we can say now they take 8 days. Right? Now, 1 day salary is 600, for 8 days salary is 4800. Right? Earlier, how much they are being paid? 5000. Now they are being paid 4800. Hence, we can say they can save rupees 200. 200 is your answer. Right? Means what we have observed that we have assumed 1 day work is 1, or we can say if they do 25% more work per day, it means they will take 20% less days. Right? That is 25 by 125 into 100. So there we can say the time taken would be 20% less. It means if the time taken is 20% less, so we can directly say they do the work in 8 days. Right? And with that, we can find our answer. Take the next problem here. Just try to read it. 24 men can complete the work in 16 days. Let us take the information one by one. 32 women can do the work in 24 days. 16 men and 16 women started the work, and they worked for 12 days. Right? How many more men are required to be added to complete the remaining work in 2 days? Okay. What I can say, 24 men can do a work in 16 days. Right? What you can say, and 32 women can do the same work in 24 days. So one observation is that one man's 1 day work, if you want to do the work in, if you want to take by one man, it should be 16 into 24 days. It means one man's 1 day work is 1 by 16 into 24. Similarly, 1 by woman is 1 by 32 into 24. That's their 1 day work of one man and one woman. How many men are working? 16. How many women are working? 16. Right? They have worked for 12 days. It means that much of work they have done. That much of work they have done. Right? Now, what I can say is that just I can find out my work, how much they haven't done. 16, 2. Right? Here you may say 1 by 24 plus 1 by 48 into 12. Right? That would be 48, or you may say 3 into 12. 12 fourth, you may say 3 by 4th work they have done. Now how much work is left? That is said to be 1/4. 1/4 work is left. Okay. Now if I talk about their 1 day's work. Now here idea is their 1 day's work. 1 day's work is equal to, because here he is concerned with how many more men have to be required. Right. So what I can say, their 1 day work is, we can say 1 by 16 into 24 x men. So let us say now men's are x and the women's are same. 16 by 32 into 24, right? And we can say their 2 days work is equal to 1 by 4. That's my question now. Their 2 days work is equal to 1 by 4. Based on that, I have to find the value of x. That's my question. Just solve it. Because here, how many more men have to be added? I will solve it. What I can say, it will go on 2. Right? Just solve it and find the value of x. Because here there is a lack of the space. Otherwise, you can easily answer it. Without any hassle, it could be answered. Let us take the next problem here. It is given that A can do a work in 7 days. A does twice as much as work as B in the given time. It means if A can do the work in 7 days, you can say B can do the same work in 14 days. Because A is twice efficient as B, it means B takes twice the time taken by A. How long will A and B together will take? LCM is 14, 2 plus 1, 3, 14 by 3. Right? So I can say answer is said to be 4 2 by 3 days in which they can complete their work. The answer is said to be A, 4 2 by 3 days. Let us take the next problem here. It is given that A can do a piece of work in 80 days. He works at for 10 days and then B alone finishes the remaining work in 42 days. Right? We have to find out together how much time they take to complete the work. A's 1 day work is 1 by 80. He worked for 10 days. Let us say B's 1 day work is 1 by B. He can do the work in 42 days. This is equal to 1. From here I can find the value of B. That is 1 by 8. So 1 by B into 48 equal to 1 minus 1 by 8, 7 by 8. Right? 7 will go on 6. So you may say B is equal to 48. Means B can do the work in 48 days, right? Now the question is, if they work together, A's one day work is 1 by 80, B's one day work is 1 by 48, right? We have to just solve it. We have to take the LCM. It's better to take the common term out of it. I may say, you may say 1 by 16 can be taken as common. That would be 1 by 5 plus 1 by 3. Just solve it. 15, 8 by 15, 8 will go on 2. You may say 1 by 30, right? It means if they together work, so they can do the work in 30 days. 30 days is your answer. Here you can say answer to your question is said to be C. What is given to you? A can do a work in 80 days. तो 1 day work is 1 by 80. 10 दिन वर्क किया उसने 10 by 80 कर दिया. और B की बारे बात करें तो B जो रिमेनिंग वर्क है उसको 42 डेज में करता है. ठीक है, तो 1 डे में 1 by B करेगा. अब 42 डेज में कंप्लीट कर देगा. टोटल वर्क 1 हो गया. B की वैल्यू 48 आ गई. अब स्टेट क्वेश्चन है, अगर मिलकर करें तो कितना टाइम लेंगे? 30 डेज. लेट अस टेक द नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम हियर. A does half as much as work as B in 3 by 4th of the time. Right? Together they take 18 days to do the work. How much time should B take to do the work? Right? A does half as much as work as B in 3/4 of the time. Of together they take 18 days to do the work. So it's bad. First of all, we have to just understand the meaning of this information. Right? Means A half work करता है as B in as work done by B in 3/4 of the time, right? So let us say, just try to for just making an understanding of the question, because here we have to just make a comparison between A and B, right? For that, one approach is total work man into days. Just apply that. So what I can say, A does half work. The work done by A is 1 by 2. Work done by B is 1, right? In as B in 3 by 4th of the time, it means here we have A, right? And the time taken by as compared to B is 3/4. So you may take 3 by 4th. Here it is B, and B's time is 1, right? From here I can find an association between A and B. What I can say, just take B there upon A. You must take it as 3 by 4 into 1 by 2. Right, it's numerator. So here you can say that 3 will go, 4 will be here, it should be 2 by 1, right? So you may say 2, 2, that is 3 by 2. So what I can say, now I can say that if A can do the work in A days and B can do the work in B days, so as per to them, A ratio B would be said to be 3:2, right? Together they can do the work in 18 days. So I may say 1 by 2x plus 1 by 3x equal to 1 by 18. LCM is 6x. You may say 5 by 6x is equal to 1 by 18. X is equal to 15. Right? Question is, what is the time taken by the B to do the work? So that is 3. 15 into 3. Answer is 45. Hence I can say D is my answer. Okay? Let us take the next question here. A is thrice as good as workman as B. Right? A B से thrice good workman है. इसका मतलब A अगर x डेज में वर्क करेगा तो B कितने डेज में वर्क करेगा? 3x डेज में, राइट? व्हाई? बिकॉज द पर्सन हु इज मोर एफिशिएंट ही टेक्स लेस टाइम, राइट? एंड टेक्स 10 days less than B to do a piece of work, right? It means he takes 10 days less. It means 3x minus x equal to 10. So you may say 2x equal to 10, x equal to 5. Okay? Question is, what is the time taken by B alone to do the work? So we can say time taken by B alone to do the work is said to be 15 days. 15 days is my answer. Hence I can say B is my answer. Hope you enjoyed the session. When you looked at the problem, you found that most of the questions are so simple that just writing few words, 1 or 2 words, you can easily answer it. Sometimes it seems I taking too much time, but the main reason behind it, because I am going to explain it to you. Number of students are there who are not comfortable with the tricks. So for that we have to explain it elaborately, right? Thank you very much. You may contact me at my phone number. Thank you very much.